Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Alright, so today we are talking about a topic that needs to be discussed because I know I have dealt with this and a lot of my friends have. We need to abolish this. Like, this just needs to go away because it's an issue. So let's talk about it. So today's video is going to be about how to not catch feelings for a boy. So what is a boy, you may ask? According to Urban Dictionary, a fuckboy is an asshole boy who is strictly sexual. He'll lead a girl on and let her down, then apologize only to ask for pics once the girl has welcomed him back into her trust. Boys like this will pretend to genuinely care, but always fail to prove the supposed affection. He almost never makes plans because he has to hang out on his terms, which could be the most whimsical of times. And if the girl rejects those plans because she has a legitimate reason why she can't hang out, he's pissed. However, if plans are made, he doesn't mind bailing on them. And if a girl tries to stand up to him, he'll ignore it. He will come crawling back. Okay, this is stupid. Honestly, this is so long. But basically, they're guys that lead girls on and have them thinking that they care just to sleep with them. And then this girl is stuck with these confused thoughts because this guy literally was a joke. So anyway, I'm gonna tell you guys 7, let's see, how many do I have? 10, oh my gosh, I made it to 10. I was trying to find 10. So I'm gonna tell you guys 10 ways that you can avoid catching feelings for this type of guy. Rule number 1, and honestly, these aren't really in order. I just kind of threw them all down on a list. So first, it's okay to be picky and have high standards. You have to realize that when you're talking to this type of guy, he's gonna ask you to do things that you might not feel comfortable with, like send nudes. If you're not comfortable with doing those things, and if you are, that's great. I'm not gonna shame you for that. But if you're not comfortable with that, do not do those things to please him, because at the end of the day, he's just seeing how much he can take. So you're gonna feel terrible afterwards because you're gonna be like, well, I did all this and he still left me high and dry. Okay, rule number 2, build a roster. Have hoes on deck. And I don't mean you need to be sleeping with them. You don't. You don't need to be doing anything with them, but you have to make sure that your focus is not just on this one guy. Because as soon as you start to cut off other people because you want to spend, you want to spend time with this guy if you like him or whatever, and boys are attractive. There's an attractive quality about them because they don't want you as much as everyone else does. If you get a lot of attention from guys, you're going to fall for the boys because they're the only ones that aren't giving you as much attention. So make sure that you are still going out, you're still going on dates, you're still talking, texting people back. You cannot cut off all other people for this man, because literally, even if he asks you to, he'll be out with his friends, enjoying himself, talking to other girls, and you're gonna be like, dang, why hasn't he texted me? Who's he with? And this is especially important because if you guys are just hooking up, you haven't established exclusivity. Unless you guys have the agreement that you're not seeing other people, then don't cut off other people for him because he's not doing that for you. Number 3, do not spend all your time together. Do not answer every time this man calls. Do not try to hang out every time you guys can, every time it works for you guys, because you'll catch feelings. It's inevitable at that point. You're not spending as much time with other people, so you're going to want to spend more time with that person. Force yourself to keep doing things that make you happy, go to the gym, I don't know, go get lunch with a friend, stuff like that, where you're maintaining these other relationships that you have, so you're not focusing on what you don't have, if that makes sense. Also, never cancel plans at his convenience. So if you have plans lined up and he says, hey, what are you doing? He hits you with that WID, do not answer. Be like, well, you can answer, but don't drop what you're doing to hang out with him, because that's just stupid, and your friends are gonna get pissed and you're gonna be pissed at yourself because he's really just inviting you over to bang. You are not functioning at his convenience. If he wants to hang out with you, he will make time when you're free. Number 4, do not text him when you're under the influence. Do not do it. Just don't do it. Delete the conversation and pretend you don't even have him in your contact list, because you're going to end up saying something or doing something that you regret. He's probably not going to respond. because one, he knows you're drunk, and two, just don't do it. You're gonna say some ballsy shit and you're gonna be regretting it the next day. Number 5, do not, and you guys, this is so important, do not pretend to be into the same things he's into. Be yourself. You have to understand that when a guy wants to talk to you, it's because they want to get to know you for your individual personality, or like whatever. Okay, if he's a fuckboy, maybe not, but like guys are interested in interesting girls. So if your personality matches his completely, or if you like the same music as him, if you are pretending to like sports because he plays a sport, like that's just like flat out dumb, and he's gonna call your bluff. He's gonna ask you questions or do something that like will have you caught up, and you're gonna end up looking stupid. So just don't do it. If you don't know something, or if you're not familiar with something, be honest, and I'm sure if he's interested in it, he'll want to talk about it. 6, do not tell him your life story. So this is so important because a lot of girls think that like in order to keep him on the hook, like they need to like share. So I'm saying like do not overshare. Like yeah, okay, you can tell him your background a little bit, but I'm saying do not tell him like important things that have happened to you that have changed you, like maybe like traumatic experiences, maybe like some emotional things you've gone through. Like do not share that with him, because I guarantee you will regret it. At the end of the day, he's a fuckboy, so he's going to end up leaving regardless, and you're going to be upset that you shared those things with him. He might tell other people, and you're going to wonder if the reason he stopped talking to you is because of that. So just like do not overshare. Going off of that, don't tell him who you've hooked up with. He's probably going to ask, maybe he will, maybe he won't, but don't share. That's none of his business, and he's not sharing that with you. I guarantee if you asked him that, like one, he's not gonna share, and two, like if he does share, he's not being honest about it. 7, don't go to his friends for answers. So a lot of times girls will be like, oh, like I need to get the inside scoop, so I need to like figure out how he works, like how he functions, and who do we go to? His best friends. Oh my gosh, that's genius. Wow. No, it's not. Don't go to his best friends, because at the end of the day, they're gonna have his back over yours, and they're gonna tell you what you wanna hear so he can keep messing with you. You're not gonna learn anything from his friends because they're on his side, not yours. No matter how much they try to like convince you that they're like, oh yeah, like I got you, girl. No, they're not. They never are. 8, focus on you. And I cannot stress this enough. If you're letting your thoughts about him rule your daily activities, like you find yourself like thinking like, oh my gosh, why isn't he texting me back? Like, oh, did I say something bad the other night? Like, was it something I did? Like, do I not look good enough? Like, no. Stop. This is him. He is the problem. He has the problem, not you. You're gorgeous. You're a bad bitch, and you don't need him to be dictating your thoughts. At the end of the day, if you let him control like what you're thinking about, and if you're always thinking about him, like you have to like literally, I know this is hard, but you have to train your brain to not think about it, because if you're letting him control your thoughts, he has the power then. That means as soon as he texts you, you're going to respond, and it's just not that serious. He's not worth it. Going off of that, make sure you're taking care of yourself. I mean, showering, washing your face, taking off your makeup before you go to bed. Like, no matter how pissed you are at the situation or whatever is going on that is making you upset, please take care of yourself, because you're the one that matters in this, and you'll just end up feeling worse about yourself if you're like, dang, like he's not texting me back and I look crusty. Like, no, take care of yourself. Keep up with your appearances. Whatever makes you happy, make sure you're dressing well. Just do things that make you feel confident. Don't stop doing whatever you were doing before because you're feeling some type of way about this, because that'll just make you feel worse. And then you'll be like, dang, now look at what he's done to me, and now I'm like, now I look like this, and you're just gonna get, like, it's awful. Like, don't do that. Take care of yourself. Treat yourself. This is the 9th thing. Own that shit. And I literally, my friend Christine and I, she's been on videos with me before, but we say this all the time, because if you've done anything that you think may have harmed the situation, or if you've done something that you're embarrassed about and you're like, dang, like I can't believe he saw me do that, like, ugh, is this why he's not talking to me? Like no, you better own whatever you did. You better own that shit, because at the end of the day, you can't take it back. It's already been done. It's already been said. And if you don't let that phase you, like if you act like it does not bother you, it's not gonna bother him either. It will not phase him if you don't let it phase you. Okay, 10, don't stalk his social media. You're going to get butthurt. I don't care if he's blocked you. I don't care if like you guys unfollowed each other. Like, do not stalk his social media, because you're going to get sad. Like, you will literally be looking through his followers, looking through his likes. Like, that's not something we are doing today in 2019. We are bossing up, being about our own shit. Boss up post a selfie that you think is hot. Like, do not, and without the intention of him seeing it, because that. But you can't be focused on what he's doing, because that'll just make you sad and you're probably gonna see something that you don't like. I used to be that bitch who would be like lurking on guys' pages, and that makes me sound psycho, and I like honestly regret saying that on YouTube. But don't lurk. Like, it's just not worth it, and you're gonna end up getting hurt. So yeah. All right, you guys, well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. Make sure you subscribe right there. Hit the subscribe. And 2019, we're not letting these boys rule, so.
They wanna talk to me, but they just average. So I smile, walk away, cause I'm a bad bitch. Don't pay on time, I don't have time for entertaining. I got bills I gotta pay and I'm not waiting.